I did my CQI project on running, more specifically getting a sub 20-minute 5K time. It's definitely an overzealous goal, and I know I couldn't achieve it in 4 weeks. It's like that requires like 7 days a week, 2 times a day training, which I just don't have time for right now. So I kind of went at it and gave it the best I could, and I made a workout regime for myself that included a 3-day schedule. It's a weekday schedule, which makes it a lot easier to do, and I have weekends off, which is always good. The first day I made Sunday or Monday, or Tuesday, depending on how I felt, and if I had a race on Saturday, like I did this past weekend. I made it Sunday or Monday, depending on previous workout of the last week. I made the first day hills because hills suck. There's no better way to put it. I run at WOW in Cromwell. I use their treadmills just to try and keep it pretty consistent. I varied the incline from 0.5 degrees to 6 degrees, just something like that, I think. I adjusted the speed accordingly. I would do as fast as I could at the given elevation for about 1.5 miles. I always do a 0.10 mile warm-up at 4 to 4.5 miles an hour. It's like a fast-paced walk. I usually do a 3-minute cool down with a cascading decrease in speed at 1 mile an hour for 3 minutes. That adds up to like an extra 1/4 mile, I think. So I would do that in day 1. The speeds for that would vary between 4 miles an hour to 8.5 miles an hour, which is like a pretty quick sprint. Not bad. I actually got it up to like 9.7 one day.
Oh my gosh.
That's nuts.
My hat goes off to you. I'll sit and watch you run.
I couldn't hold it. I was able to do that for like a little under 1/4 mile, which is pretty good. I mean,
2 steps, I would have been on the floor.
I would have been hanging off the daylight.
I almost tripped.
Like,
That
stop
would've been
this
bad.
thing.
Okay, so day 2 is Tuesdays or Wednesdays, depending on previous week. This would be my 0.10 mile warm up, followed by just a 1 mile balls to the walls, flat out sprint. I think my fastest was down.
These are
7.
creative terms you'll find in like
Yeah.
medical journals. You know.
I actually didn't include the 5th week, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit. It was kind of an outlier. The conditions were completely different that I was running in, and I was actually able to do like almost a dead 6-minute mile, I think. But no, it was 5:53. It was. That was an outlier though. The conditions were completely different. Anyway, I did the flat-out sprint to help increase my cardio. My cardio is not that good for some reason. I really don't know why. I mean, I'm sure it's relative to my diet. When the Cool Ranch Dorito taco came out, that was it. I had 10 in one day. One sitting, actually, so diet needs work. Don't deny it.
That'll be the next personal
definitely.
one, yeah?
I'm working on that right now. That Fuse iced tea thing I have over there, it's too sweet. Can't do it.
Yeah.
I just drink water now. I don't drink any sugary anything. Seltzers are the closest I'll get to.
Sam, he may have to
soda.
see you on that diet one. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Those are very good for you.
My justification for the Nutter Butter things are protein, so.
That's it.
On my 3rd day, which is Thursdays or Fridays, that's like the coup d'etat,
Yeah.
peak of the workout. That's a 5K. I do it as fast as I can, and I vary the incline between 0.5 to 1.5 to simulate a flat road race course. Running on a treadmill is completely different than running a road race, which is why my shin splints are absolutely horrible right now. I ran a race Saturday, and it still feels like I ran it yesterday. Like it feels like I came from the race to here. It's terrible. As it gets nicer out, I'm definitely gonna try and do my workouts outside. But given the weather, don't really have the choice. As you can see, my mile times from week to week with this, it drastically dropped from here. I kind of started to plateau right around here. I actually had kind of an off week this week, and I worked out twice. Some days you just wake up and you just feel like crap. Your legs feel like lead, and they just don't want to move. So I ended up running, I think, 4 or 5 days that week just to get it out of me. Let's see. So yeah, over the course of the 4 weeks doing this, my fastest mile dropped about a minute, maybe a minute and a half. That's average over the course of 3.1 miles, which is a 5K. My average mile per minute over the course of 3.5 miles decreased about 40 seconds. And my 5K time went from, it was like, I don't know why it doesn't show that, but it was about 27:45, I think, to a little under 25 minutes. So I dropped about 3 minutes total in time.
Wow.
Awesome.
I'm a winner. I'm not really. I don't like second or third, so I'm not really happy with the results. Which is why I'm getting a little stricter with my diet, and I'm gonna add a 4th day actually, which is interval training. So it's gonna be hills, flat, and it's as I go flat, it's gonna be speed. So I need to work on that. I'm gonna do more CrossFit training. I'm doing a little bit of that right now. It's mostly upper body though, but I need to do more of my legs and my calves and stuff. But actually, now this is interesting. I actually really like this. On week five, I say that because it's not really included in the data. I ran a 23:5, which is like 2 minutes faster than my fastest here. I found like there were a lot of variables I think that affected this. I ran it in the afternoon. I ran it in my basement, which is freezing, not humid like the gym. I ran it in the nice short running shorts, nice movement stuff. I ran it. I felt more energized. When I run, I normally run in the mornings. So I'm not a morning person. I sleep till 10 or 11 too. It happens. 3 to 11. And my time dropped. Let's see. Yeah, from week 1 to week 5, it dropped about 5 minutes.
Wow.
Which, I mean,
That's
these aren't really bad times, but I mean, 23 is pretty solid.
Yeah.
And I did that like, oh my God, I think my average miles per minute was like 6 or 6:15 at 3.5 miles. And I think I set my incline at 1 just to kind of even it out. And I had different running shoes on too, which I noticed. The shoes I had on before that, they're a little thicker and they're a little bit heavier. The shoes I had on week 5, they were Nike Free Run 3 Pluses, I think, which are super light. The uppers are like really breathable too, and they have a nice flex on the sole to them. I do think that contributed to it, but I also ran my basement on a treadmill that wasn't the one at the gym. So I don't know if the distance could have varied a little bit, and maybe the timing on that. Could be mental, who knows. And then to add more onto outlier data, I guess, I ran an actual 5K this past Saturday. It wasn't really 5K, it was 3.5 miles, but it was 3.5 miles across uneven asphalt. The elevation change is about 423 feet, which averages out to, I think, on average, about 3 degrees of incline over the course of the time. I ran it in 27:17, which is actually faster.
Right, because that's.
Yeah, that's faster than week 2, and it was actually it was farther than a 5K. It was 0.4. It was almost half a mile farther. And the elevation change was, oh my God, it was awful. Yeah, so that was pretty good. But I also have a running app on my phone, and it tracks it using GPS. And I checked my 5K time because they have a little 5K marker on the road, and I ran it in 24:30. So it was a little faster than week 4, which is good.
Yeah.
So I guess it's working for now.
I think.
I ended up placing 6th in my division out of 48, I think. Like I said, I'm a winner, so 6 is still good. I'm gonna keep going with the diet. I'm gonna keep going with the
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I mean it's good. It's my first 5K of the season, so I do want to get under sub 20. I want to get a sub 20-minute 5K time though, which is it's gonna take a lot of work. But I think after classes are over, I'm gonna have a lot more time. So probably up it to 5 days, maybe 6. But yeah, I mean, not bad.
That's excellent. I have a question. Yes.
Yeah.
With all this data and what you're doing, running and whatever, are you planning on going to the Olympics?